Welcome back to Supremely Black Podcast. Now, this episode will be about Miss Alaysha Johnson, that is a Houston, Texas native. She finished second in the 2024 Olympic trials in the 100-meter hurdles. Now, a lot of people may be thinking, why would you make this video? She didn't even win the race. Well, her story and what she wore during the actual event is what caught my attention. And I just think that some of these things are what's important, and I like to shine light on empowerment culture and when people show resilience in regards to the things that they're going through in life. And I think it brings about meaningful conversations. So in this episode, we'll be talking about Miss Alaysha Johnson. So if you don't know who she is, get in tune with who she is right now. I'm gonna run the video.
It was, oh God, I already knew before the season started what was coming for me. I knew it was the easiest thing to do because everybody all the time said that I wasn't good enough, said that I didn't deserve. And so I did this my way, my team's way, and just the way that it was meant to be. This is for the hood babies. This is for the people who are poor that come from nothing. This is for everybody that looks like me, that was ever doubted, and I did it with a black designer on my chest. This is what I stand for, and I'm making a way for everybody in my position.
As I was saying, you don't always have to win a race to really leave a big impact. And so a lot of people may ask, who is the black brand that she was speaking about? This is the picture that's shown above is HMNALNS. Phil Mims is the actual owner, which is a boutique for high fashion for men and women. Just some of the backstory of it is that he actually didn't even feel that any of his clothes would ever be worn on a track. She ended up piecing together some of the items from his website, ran the race in it, and qualified for the Olympics, finishing second, and shouted out that she was in an all black brand. That kind of triggered my attention, like, okay, what was she in? So upon doing some research, this is what I find out. So this is his Instagram if people want to go out and check it out, man. But that's what I was saying. That's a dope story, is because you don't always have to win the race. It doesn't matter of where you came from. She kind of speaks to that herself. It's just about the impact that you can have and who are you going to take with you in your shining moment. She's actually a student at the University of Oregon. If you know anything about Oregon, their biggest sponsor is Phil Nike. She didn't take any one of those routes. Like she said, she did it her own way. Now, I'm not completely sure on the entire story behind her, but I really salute and love that she took the time to put her people on display with her, regardless if I really wish she would have mentioned the brand, but at the same time of saying that there was a black designer drew people's attention like myself, that then you're going to do the research and you'll see that it is HMNALNS. And again, the owner is Phil Mims. Dope story. I'm hoping that she goes on and represents well at the Olympics. And again, it's just when you have your moment and your shining moment, and we all go through our trials and tribulations, just kind of like a little story time. We all go through our trials and tribulations. You just have to look around and you just have to think, am I going to worry about what everybody else wants me to do, or am I just going to go out and just take this shit and get it my way? When I seen her speak, it kind of reminded me of when Sha'Carri went through her trials and tribulations and how she spoke. And I'm not trying to compare those two at all, but when you hear someone speak with so much conviction and they know for a fact that they have overcome some things, you just get that chill of just hearing where it's coming from. And it comes from a real place. You can tell what's scripted and what's not. So again, major shout out to Miss Alaysha Johnson. I hope you go on to the Olympics and do well. Keep representing. Shout that brand out. Dope. I think this is a win-win for everybody. Like she said, she's taking the underdogs with her. I love that approach. We're going to see exactly how it turns out in Paris. As always, long live